guys, Bowie here, and this is why Lycan has 73% win rate in 5k plus games this week. Lycan was always a decent hero, even though he stopped being played after the needed nerfs on HAL, but he suddenly resurged as apparently an incredibly strong hero. The reason this hero is insanely strong right now might come unnoticed because it doesn't come from any recent buffs. The biggest reason, in my opinion, comes from the changes to lane gold. In the last patch, even though Helm of the Dominator was stronger, you would never have the chance to complete the item before the first catapult time unless you pretty much rushed it without boots and got some lucky kills in the lane. With every lane giving on average 24 gold extra, you have on average extra 240 gold, and considering that you can delay the catapult wave a little bit if needed, like in this Fear game, you have a fairly decent chance to get a 6 to 7 minute tier 1 as the safe laner. That's a decent theory, but doesn't really explain why Lycan out of all heroes got the best out of it. And in my opinion, it all comes down to what I already said. With HAL being nerfed, you actually have the chance to pick Pharaoh Impulse, and what ensues is, at the time of pushing the tier 1 tower, instead of having one catapult, with the 50 damage increase on your Helm of the Dominator catapult, coupled with the extra attack speed aura on Helm of the Dominator, on both of them by the way, and even HAL, you pretty much have 3 catapults at the time of the push. In pubs, where most of the time people don't react fast enough to deal with this sort of thing, what happens is Fear getting the tier 1 bottom. Taking a tier 1 super fast is good, but that wouldn't be enough to propel the hero to insane win rates. The thing about Helm of the Dominator is that since you keep this catapult for as long as you want, he has the chance to first send the catapult to the next lane he wants to push, and with the safety of his ult, he can keep forcing bottom lane until the enemy wastes TPs to deal with him. With that out of the way, not only he is strong enough to dive the enemy and win a team fight with his team, since the aura on Helm of the Dominator is even stronger than it was, yeah, they kinda lose the fight here, but don't stop watching, please. The catapult survives, and by seeing Huskar so low in HP a little bit afterwards, and his ult being ready again, he can commit for pushes that most heroes wouldn't be able to at least so early in the game. Usually, heroes that can take towers easily have no escapes, and heroes that have escapes don't siege that well. On Lycan's case, he casually turns one catapult wave in 3, while being almost always risk-free in the early game if he goes for it with the ult not on cooldown. Since no one contested him in the first tower and ult is available, he can keep going for more towers, and while Dire struggles to scratch a tier 1, he takes a tier 2. The 2 times Fear died this game happened when he tried to outfight Dire, which usually I feel like Lycan is able to do at this point of the game, but with a Baton and Huskar, that was harder for him to do somehow. With that being said though, when Dire goes for Roshan, not only he's able to force 2 towers in response, but he kills Visage because his ult is ready. The ability to commit to these risky pushes that pretty much no other position 1 will be able to do so safely while having kill potential at the same time is what to me strikes as the best part of Lycan at the moment. When Lycan finishes his Neko tree, a huge power spike surges. Now that he can purge, we see the mentality change as well. Fear dominates a neutral for the first time. After the tier 2s fall, you can't just take tier 3s as he did before, so teamfight becomes a priority, and I guess you can agree that catapults are not that good in teamfight. This fight showcases pretty well the strength of Lycan when he has Necro 3. Since you have Purge now, Ghost Scepters doesn't matter, you have Vision of Glimmer Cape and you can purge the effect if you so wish, you can Dispel Use Scepter, so basically every support hero is food for you with very few exceptions. Also, pay attention how he makes sure to stay close to Pharaoh Impulse aura range so that his creeps take the ages away from Huskar. And while all of that was happening, Legion, using HAL, takes tier 3 top and almost takes the melee barracks as well. Another reason that this build is great is that with Strength amplifying HP regen, Lycan has 30 HP regen at level 15. He never has to go back to base because on top of that, he has 4.3 mana regen, quite decent considering all his spells. At the end of the day, they even kill Huskar afterwards, and with one hero dead, and with the sheer luck of that death being exactly at catapult time, they take tier 2 even with Dire trying to defend. And I mean, this is risk-free. There's just a catapult that's insanely strong attacking the tower. Let's not forget that Lycan is also one of the best heroes at scouting Roshan, and while they don't contest it since his allies were dead, Fear is able to use the fear that Lycan brings to any enemy team when they want to push, because there's the split push risk and that drags 3 enemy heroes to the top lane, and with a TP bottom and with the rest of his team, they take Huskar's 2 lives at once. On top of that, thanks to the cooldown reduction talent, he has Necronomicon just in time to take bottom barracks while Legion takes top. Lycan feels like a Luna that comes online faster. When he is pushing your tower, it's very hard to deal with it, especially if anyone is dead. He also has a steadier laning phase while also being safer to take early towers, whereas Luna needs to acquire some farm unless she follows her team to a full team push. Expect a more complete Lycan guide in the next few days, but hopefully this was enough to shed light in why the hero feels so strong right now. Well, this is it for today, guys. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. Check the link in the description. There's a ton of new rewards that I feel will interest a lot of you guys. My new Tinker guide is going to be online on Pvgna very soon, so check the link in the description if that interests you. I'm also coaching via gamersensei. And if you're not aware, I was challenged by a rank 100 player, he's one of my dearest friends, to learn a bunch of different heroes. So this is the list of heroes I'm learning this month. These are also the heroes that are linked to the rewards in the Patreon. And I mean, I'm gonna be streaming a lot of them, and maybe if you want to learn one of those heroes, my coaching is gonna be even more relevant to you. Well, that's it for today, guys. Hope you had a fantastic time. Bye.